Hi, it's Leslie Meredith with Breakbulk Events and Media here in Rotterdam at Breakbulk Europe. And I have Nadeem from Q Terminals, who's with us from Qatar, of course. Welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, yes, and it's great that you're back with us. Wonderful. How's the show been so far for you?
It's actually been wonderful for us so far because it's become larger. It's almost doubled in size in the last 2, 3 years. And there is so many people from the same industry, which is fascinating to have them under one roof.
Right, exactly. And it's exciting to have you from Qatar. So much going on in your part of the world.
Absolutely. I mean, this is not the first time we've come to Breakbulk Europe. We have been there a few times earlier, but this time around it's a bit special because we now have a business in the port of Rotterdam that we acquired last year. So,
Tell us a little bit more about that.
well, we acquired Kramer Group, which is a 60-year-old company, family owned, which has now been rebranded and integrated into the group, Q Terminals. We are a young company, we are 6 years old, and the addition of a company like Kramer Group, now branded as Q Terminals Kramer Rotterdam, is very good for us to have a foothold in the largest port in Europe. The barriers to entry in a port like this are very high, and I think we are fortunate, and we are actually very satisfied with this acquisition. What it does, there are the big mega terminals around us, and what it does, it provides the ancillary services that are very necessary for the shipping lines as well as for the terminals, for storage of empty containers and container repair, especially the refrigerated containers for the cold cargo chain. We are an integral part of repairing those containers and maintaining them, and also storing them. So we have multiple customers, almost most of the users of the port of Rotterdam, and it's a business that is always going to be required. So there's longevity and
And stability.
stability, and hopefully in the future expansion. So we are happy to be here.
Absolutely. That's fantastic. Now, is that something you think you will duplicate in other markets?
Absolutely. This is what happens when you go to new markets, acquire businesses that have something niche that they do, not the same thing, handling ships. So, especially the unit that does reefer repair, this is something that is required in the Middle East, for example, and many other markets. Uh, we come from a warm part of the world.
Yes, you
So,
do.
yes, the cold chain is very important for different commodities, edible and otherwise, to maintain the cold chain, and it's all transported in reefer containers. And to maintain them, keep them in order, and repair them is something of importance in that part of the world, and it doesn't exist at all the ports. So this is something that we would like to replicate in Qatar and in the wider GCC and Middle Eastern area.
Interesting. That sounds like a great strategy. You've really identified an opportunity
It
that you
is.
already have expertise
It is part
in.
of the group's skill set now, and
Absolutely.
we would like to utilize it and not leave this wonderful skill just in Rotterdam, and
Right.
take it out to various geographies where this could
Right.
be uh, very much required, and at the quality and level of the way they do it here in Europe.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, I want to thank you for giving us the update on Q Terminals. You've got some great stuff that you've accomplished since we talked to you last, and I will look forward to talking to you again next year.
Hopefully, yes. Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so much.
Thank you for having us.